Your grow weather for this week, well, the drought monitor is calculated every Thursday, and it was Wednesday when roughly the eastern third of the state picked up 2 to 3 inch rain averages right down into north central Kansas. So there just wasn't enough time to calculate everything and change the monitor, but I would imagine that the abnormally dry may still be out there, but at least extended out into parts of central, southeast Nebraska and into Kansas. So the drought situation did definitely improve by a little bit, at least, with all that heavy rain. But in the last week, it's actually ramped up, the drought portion in Kansas. Numbers remain much the same in Nebraska, and we will just see next week what happens with that. One thing that is ramped way up, and that is soil temperatures. It is ready to plant everywhere now. Big slice of Nebraska into Kansas, 60 degrees, 4 inches from the topsoil, 54 to 57. The eastern third of Nebraska, Kansas, out in the panhandle. The coolest temperatures in soil, 51 to 54 degrees in the extreme northwest part of Nebraska's panhandle, 4 inches down. So it's definitely ripe and time to plant. The soil temperatures right on the money and right where it needs to be. Below average, that's what we're looking for as far as temperatures are concerned in the week ahead. That does follow into our forecast models. Above average in the western third of the country. 30 days out, equal chances across Nebraska, above average temperature-wise over the southern third of Kansas. As far as 3 months out, equal chances for temperatures being near normal across Nebraska, and basically the southern half of Kansas above average temperatures for the next 3 months. Precipitation-wise, though, below average across Nebraska, even though we have some good possibilities of moisture in this forecast this week, it does show it overall being below average because we still just have a lot of moisture to catch up on, especially across the western 2/3 of Nebraska and parts of Kansas. 30-day precipitation-wise, equal chances, Nebraska, Kansas, near average for 90 days out for precipitation, again across Nebraska and Kansas. Well, our normal this time of year, the week ahead, should be around 66 for a high, average lows around 41, and really has been the case for several months now. Our overnight lows are actually averaging above the average, and that's the case this week ahead. However, our daytime highs will average roughly about 7 degrees below normal. When April blows his horn, 'tis good for both hay and corn. And the one we all know, April showers bring May flowers. And that indeed is on its way. May, that is. That is a look at your grow weather for this week. You sent us some pictures. Here they are.
Talk here a little bit about markets. The market analysts here are joining us, and I guess first of all, explain what's really impacting the markets right now.
You know, that's the interesting. That's a question we're always getting asked, Marilyn, and really it comes down to 3 things. It's about the weather, it's about China, and it's about the Ukraine right now.
So let's start with weather, for instance, here.
Yeah, on the weather front, there's kind of 2 different paths that we look at here. First of all, on the wheat side, many of the areas, I looked at your forecast earlier, you know, they missed out on rain, and that's what we're seeing in many of the wheat areas. They're dry, the wheat isn't in real good a shape, so as a result, the wheat's not looking like it's going to do as well as what they'd like, and that's been bringing the wheat market higher. Now on the other side, though, in the areas that did get rain, a lot of those areas are corn producing areas. What everybody's focused on there is how quickly is this crop going to get in the ground.
Right.
As of Monday, we actually only had about 6% of the crop planted. Now that's better than last year, that was at 4%, but we really should be around 14%. Now as we look at the forecast going forward, looks like we're going to see some additional rains coming at us. The eastern corn belt's actually going to see some very heavy rain. Some of those areas will get 1 to 3 inches. So the market's very concerned about how quickly the rest of the crop's going to get in. Our estimate right now is that we'll see, as of next Monday, our next report on crop progress is that about 20% of the crop will be planted. Now that compares to 31% normally, so we're still behind pace. And anytime we're behind pace, it means we could see a little bit less yield. And the market's also concerned about maybe a few less acres. So we'll have to see how that continues to turn out.
Farmers may not have gotten the tax relief they wanted from the Nebraska legislature this year, but lawmakers did act in a big way on water policy. We'll tell you about it after the break.